Hi, and welcome to another episode of Anything But a Sick. Today we have another case of people forgot that the technology they're trying to make already exists. This article comes from Benzinga.com and reads at the title, Blockchain Beyond the Smartphone, How This One Reaches the Unconnected. As per usual, I'll read through the article and at the end give my snarky opinion. Starting off with, most blockchains promise financial inclusion, but few are designed for users without internet, smartphones, or even formal identity documents. FedRock GCEO Dr. Philip Blasdell says that needs to change and fast. Speaking to Benzinga, Blasdell explained the on-the-ground reality of deploying blockchain systems in places like Chad, Niger, and Papua New Guinea where infrastructure, trust, and digital literacy are minimal. In regions without reliable internet, smartphones, or formal banking infrastructure, true inclusion means designing tools that work around those limitations, he said. FedRock's solution is to engineer blockchain systems that work through US and SMS-based wallets often operated from basic feature phones, allowing people in off-grid environments to interact with digital systems. But the technological challenge is only half the problem. One of the most surprising challenges we have encountered is not technological but cultural, trust, Blasdell said. In many underserved areas, people don't trust banks, governments, or unfamiliar digital systems, but they do trust local cooperatives, elders, or religious leaders. To bridge that gap, FedRock partners with local agents and community leaders to onboard users, explain value flows, and support transactions. The company also embeds community-based verification into its decentralized identity systems, especially important in areas where conventional KYC processes are impossible due to the lack of birth certificates, addresses, or national ID. Without this kind of support, even the best designed Web3 tools can fail to gain traction, Blasdell added. FedRock is also integrating education and user support into its deployments, ranging from radio programming to local theater performances to introduce digital tools in local languages. The company is currently piloting tokenized reward systems tied to environmental outcomes such as mangrove planting or waste cleanups. These tokens can then be redeemed for real-world essentials like school fees or fertilizer vouchers. Blasdell emphasized that for financial inclusion to succeed, blockchain must be invisible to the user. They just see the outcome: a fertilizer voucher, a school fee paid, or a token earned for planting trees. FedRock's broader mission goes beyond financial inclusion. It also includes the creation of its own Layer 1 blockchain protocol tailored for environmental validation and ESG compliance. But the company's approach, Blasdell says, always starts at the edges where connectivity is sparse, access is limited, and trust is earned in person. That's the end of the article. Let me know if this frustrated you as much as it frustrated me. Are you ready for me to poke holes in this article? Because there is so much wrong to go over, you might want to pause, go get a beverage. Let me just start off with being a grammar Nazi. Who or whatever wrote this article started some sentences with but. I already have nothing good to say about this article, and you can just add this to the list of why I don't believe an actual, in quotes, doctor want these things to happen with blockchain. This whole article comes across as one big enslavement declaration. This doctor want people to live like him, relying on a system whose only job is to make life more complicated at this point. The article is blatantly stating that in summary, this is how I live and you should fall in line because my way of living is better. You can start with the pseudo banking system that the doctor will have control over. A black box that the pleb will never know how it operates. I can't blame the people of certain African areas to not trust the banks or whoever this doctor is because they really want to take a item that was made to move away from the banking system and weaponize it against people of lesser means. Using phrases like ESG compliance does not really set the tone for freedom. The biggest elephant in the room is that Litecoin had already made a system for what this doctor is describing. It's called LiteIM, and if this doctor had spent any amount of time actually doing research, they would know that this was made back in 2008. More than half a decade later, and this doctor thinks he's doing something groundbreaking. Maybe the people of Africa are fine just living the way they are because if they wanted to set up a free and open source way of transferring value, they would have carried a mobile phone years ago from the London scammers that pass through from time to time. Rant over. You enjoy how I tear apart these articles with such snark? Leave a comment, or better yet, share this video with someone else so they don't forget the technology already exists.